And now, back to He-Man.
In this review, I'm taking a look at the Sorceress figure from the original Masters of the Universe toy line. The figure was released in 1987 and is only the third female release in the original line, besides Teela and Evelyn. The figure is based off her appearance in the Filmation cartoon. Included inside the package was the mini-comic The Search for Keldar. The Sorceress's real name is Teela Na, and she is the guardian of Castle Grayskull. She is the one who provided Prince Adam with the Sword of Power to become He-Man. The Sorceress is also the mother of Teela. Since her powers are tied to Castle Grayskull, they weaken when she leaves its walls. When she does need to travel, she takes the form of a falcon known as Zor. She has appeared in just about every incarnation of Masters of the Universe, from the mini-comics, to the previously stated Filmation cartoon, to the live-action movie released in 1987, in that she was played by Christina Pickles. She has also appeared in the New Adventures of He-Man cartoon, as well as the 2002 Mike Young production cartoon. In the 2002 series, her attire was redesigned to evoke the feeling of an Egyptian goddess, rather than a falcon. Now, let's take a closer look at the figure. She has a very beautifully sculpted face. Her eyes and mouth are painted very nicely as well. This figure looks identical to her Filmation cartoon counterpart. Her headdress is to resemble the head of the Falcon Zor. Moving down to the body, she is wearing a white and light blue leotard. There are little designs on the front to resemble feathers. It is very common on loose figures that these are usually worn off to some extent. The inside of the wings are just orange, but the sculpting of the feathers are nicely done. Here is a side view that shows how the wings are attached to the back. With her wearing a leotard, there is not much going on with her lower body, except that she is wearing light blue boots with white fur on the top of them. Turning around to the backside, the back of the legs are just like the front, but then moving up to the back of the wings, they have blue paint going along the ends of the feathers. There's just something about the blue contrasting with the orange that makes the wings very mesmerizing to look at. Here is the back of the headdress, draped over the wings like long flowing hair. I am going to go on and show the comparison between her and Zor. As you can see, the color scheme is very similar, with the orange, blue, and white, but the blue is much darker in Zor. The inside of the wings on both are just plain orange. Here is a comparison of the head of Zor and the headdress on Sorceress. They are quite different, as the headdress has yellow eyes with a black pupil and a light blue beak, and Zor just has a blue pupil with a dark blue beak. Moving on to the articulation, the arms can move up and down, as well as rotate around. Her legs are able to move all around as well, and slightly kick forward, but can kick backwards pretty far. Now let's take a closer look at the action feature. When the wings are moved down, they lock into place. Turning back around to the front, the arms can also be moved down to display at her side, rather than always sticking outwards. It's great as it gives you another way to display her. To get the wings to pop out, you press up on the centerpiece of the wing. So once pushed, the wings spring outward. The Sorceress only comes with one accessory, and that is her magical staff. It is just molded in a white plastic. The top of the staff has a sculpted bird that is very reminiscent of the symbol for the Egyptian falcon god Horus. Her right hand is sculpted with a close grip, so she is able to hold the staff with no problem. The left hand is sculpted more open, so she is unable to hold the staff in it. Now let's compare the Sorceress to some other figures. First up is the original He-Man figure. Next is the Masters of the Universe Classics He-Man. Here she is alongside an original Ninja Turtle figure, a real Ghostbusters, Optimus Prime in vehicle mode, an original Star Wars Boba Fett. For fun, here she is alongside Orko and Man-at-Arms, like in the Filmation intro. Here she is next to her daughter Tila. And finally next to her Falcon form Zor. I think the Sorceress figure is an amazing figure with a beautifully sculpted face and nice paint apps. She is one of the more rarer figures from the original line, but if you are able to get a hold of her, I highly recommend that you do. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.
He-Man will be right back after these messages.